Dear viewers, today we'll understand about functional decomposition of a key wound toy. This is actually a part drawing that I have drawn, and this is the toy that we are going to functional decompose it. Bring this out, it will come like this. So we just had to do is press this inside. It also had these tension marks, if you could see clearly. It has these white tension marks. The plastic is subjected to tension here. As you can see, the plastic is subjected to tension here. By removing this we can see the motor. I'll remove it by removing this wheel. Okay, after removing the wheel, this goes out like this, and what is left is this motor and this structure, the function of a cam. I'll show you how this works. You give key to the motor, this cam will rotate and thereby pushing this structure forward and backward like this. This motion gives the wings the flapping motion. So it gives the wings this flappy motion, and thereby they flap as the toy moves front. And also there is this wheels which is directly coupled with this unwinding of the spring, and therefore it just rotates the wheels and the toy goes forward. Coming here to the chart that we have drawn, these are the head portion. It has this thing, you can see here. This will try to move the head up and down, if you can clearly see. And now here is the decomposition chart of the motor attached into the toy, and also the wings, which actually give the flapping mechanism. See here, this is the structure that I was talking about, that is actually working on the principle of cam. And functional decomposition chart, each of the boxes are actually the functions, which is denoted in the name of a verb. These boxes should only have verbs in them, and these arrows, they're actually called function legends, where each function, where it shows the flow of energy from one function to another. So here there are three legends, which is hand energy, mechanical energy, and this is spring energy, the dotted lines denoted by dotted lines, and also this wavy lines is actually the signal of motion. So when mechanical energy and the signal, that is for the motion of the toy, which is the signal, and which with the effort of these two, we load the key. So by loading the key, the potential energy of the spring gets installed into this motor. Okay, then we need to stop rotation of the key when we hear a squeaking noise. This is the squeaking noise, my friends. We find this. See, the spring gets very much tight and there is this squeaky noise coming. So we need to stop at that point. You'll find this cam motion. Once we give the cam motion, the motion starts. And as we give the energy to the spring, after stopping the winding of the key, the spring tries to unwind. This unwinding will convert to mechanical energy, or the spring energy, mechanical energy and spring energy, both ways, which creates for the rotation of the shaft. This is the shaft we are talking about, and also this shaft is coupled to this inside the gears, so that this cam motion and also this rotary motion will give the forward motion, rotation motion, and this shaft motion is converted into motion of the head. This will give the motion of the head, because the slot of the head is going to attach into this, and by this swinging motion, the head also moves up and down. Then this rotation of the shaft further provides for the motion of the wheels and also for the motion of the wings. This is not wings, actually wings. Okay, all these motions continues until the energy of the spring is exhausted, which is given by this box. Uh, then after the exhaust of energy, the toy will get the toy will stand still, and again we need to give the signal and the mechanical energy, which is our hand rotation, also the signal to wound the spring, that is to load the key, and thereby there is again the following of step 1 again, which is the load the key and they load the key. They actually become a repetition of a cycle. This is it, friends. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day.